Kutoka leo, hiyo Wamasai wote hatutaki kuwaona hapa Kayole.
Utterances made by the Embakasi lawmaker that have elicited a flurry of angry reactions, remarks that have been termed reckless, insightful and irresponsible, particularly coming from an elected leader who also holds an appointive position at the Water and Irrigation Ministry.
Mimi naomba msamaha kwa kutumia jina Masai bila kueleza kabisa sio wa Masai wa hapa na tena sio wa Masai wote ambaye wangekuwa na hii maneno.
His attempts to take back the venomous words doing little to save him a trip to the Milimani law courts, where he is expected to face incitement to violence charges, and other than demanding that Waititu has his day in court, pressure is mounting on President Mwai Kibaki to promptly crack the whip on the water assistant minister.
Such an apology becomes null and void, a mere cover for the blemish his utterances made, which, should he be set free as he wishes to be, accord many more politicians freedom and opportunity to threaten human rights in the country in the belief that they can do so and make an apology.
The government's principal legal advisor, Professor Mwai, giving an undertaking in Parliament that even in Waititu's case, the law will be applied strictly. Members of Parliament questioning whether it was possible to charge Waititu with murder over the deaths reported in Kayole following his utterances.
What steps is the government going to make to ensure that no politician or leader will ever again do the same thing that this honorable member has done?
What are you waiting for to relieve the minister of his duties to send a clear message to members of the public that the government is committed to discipline amongst while in office?
Government wants to send a very strong message that nobody, I repeat, Mr. Speaker, nobody, no matter how low or how high, will escape the full force of the law on this question of hate speech, on this question of the incitement of people, of communities against others.
Waititu is no stranger to controversy and has more often than not made headlines for all the wrong reasons. His conduct has often raised doubts on whether he deserves to hold public office. Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity requires all public officers to behave and conduct themselves in a manner that brings honor to the offices they hold. So will President Mwai Kibaki, as the appointing authority, immediately crack the whip on Honorable Ferdinand Waititu, or will he await his arraignment in court over his utterances in Kayole?
This man belonged to jail. He belonged to the cell. And we don't believe in apologies anymore.
Waititu is eyeing the Nairobi governor's seat in the upcoming general election. Questions abound as to whether he will pass the credibility scrutiny as provided for in Chapter 6 of the Constitution on Leadership and Integrity. Even then, he remains defiant.
It is the people of Nairobi who will decide who the governor of Nairobi will be. Whether you fight me through the media or not.
For now, Waititu remains off the radar, even though his critics insist he can run but certainly cannot hide. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9.